Captain America returns in a brave new world. But is a Red Hulk enough to redeem the MCU? Or did Marvel finesse us again? Yo, my name is AJ, and if you love to think deeper about movies, TV, and anime, you're in the right place. Because Captain America, Brave New World is mid.
You take that back.
Now I know, Captain America Brave New World is the first Marvel movie to drop in 2025. But I have to be honest, my expectations were not super high. Even so, I was still excited to see it, for the simple fact that this would be the first Captain America movie since Avengers End Game. Also, Anthony Mackie's first official feature film as Cap. I was more intrigued to see how, or if they would connect this movie to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series.
That's a good question. I don't know.
In fact, in a recent episode of the Why I'm Geek show, I actually had Captain America Brave New World on my list for most anticipated movies of 2025. Not because I had any grand expectations for this movie to change the landscape of the MCU, but more so looking for guidance or a roadmap, mainly just for them to, set the tone for where Marvel's going to take this next phase in the MCU. But outside of that, all I really expected was to see more of the same from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. And that's pretty much what we got. My favorite thing about Sam Wilson as Captain America, though, is how they highlight at the end of the day, he's really just a regular guy.
Who's saying that? Everybody.
It's something that, no matter how big or small, has always been a factor in Captain America's character, especially in comparison to other heroes. Granted, Steve Rogers had the super soldier serum, but compared to a Thor or Hulk, he's still just a guy with, great endurance.
Don't say it. Don't you say it. Left. Come on!
And a guy that can take a punch.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
That sentiment alone made us fall in love with Captain America even more, because we could tell that it was all effort and heart. Now that Sam Wilson is Captain America, he's literally just a regular guy, outside the suit. So that sentiment is personified even more, because he really is just a guy with a suit and a shield. Oh, and vibranium wings.
Wait for it.
No big deal, right? So with that in mind, I enjoyed watching this movie. But the real question is, does that make it a good movie?
That's a ridiculous question. False.
Captain America Brave New World was okay. Is it the worst Captain America movie out of the four? Maybe. But is it a bad movie? I'm gonna have to go with no. I do think that Captain America Brave New World is mid though. And I realize saying something is mid in this day and age is almost a death sentence.
It's a trap.
But when you really take a hard look at Captain America Brave New World, it's just another middle of the pack MCU movie. Plus, not every Marvel movie has to have an Avenger level event. If it were, that would mean that we would never get movies like Avengers Infinity War. If you ask me, we need a recalibration in the MCU, not just a changing of mantles. But if you ask me, Captain America Brave New World is a good first step in that direction.
Oh, say less.
Now, if you made it this far in the video, you clearly enjoy talking movies, TV, and anime. Comment just a regular guy in the comment section so I know you're a true superstar. And hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Also, let me know what you will rate Captain America Brave New World out of 10. Now, personally, I'm not a big power scalar type person, so I'm not going to sit here and try to define who is street tier or not. But Marvel needs to do something so we can properly assess these movies, from a continuity standpoint, without getting lost in the weeds.
Correct!
Because let's keep it a bean. If there wasn't a Red Hulk in this movie, how many people would have been racing to go see it first week? Sure, it's cool seeing a Hulk go on a rampage again, let alone a Red Hulk. But if we keeping it a buck, in what world should Captain America really be trying to solo a Hulk?
I did not tell him to do that. Absolutely not.
So it automatically tells me as a viewer that we're about to see some major plot armor. Granted, Sam put up one heck of a fight, but at the end of the day, he's just a guy. Plus, Natasha Romanoff is not here to sing us a lullaby and perform some Talk No Jutsu for the win.
Believe it!
Now, just because the ending of the movie was predictable, doesn't mean that this was a bad movie. It just means that it was a predictable one. I think the biggest mistake in Captain America Brave New World was making the leader, aka Samuel Stearns, turn himself in.
Idiot!
It makes all the time they spent building up his character mute. I mean, to go from having all the cards at your disposal to folding after one mishap.
This is crazy.
It's like having all draw fours in Uno and quitting because you got skipped for one turn. Plus, mind control as a power or skill isn't something that should be tossed aside so easily in my opinion. The tension it creates is almost unmatched. Just based on the possibility that somebody could be compromised can carry the whole movie. If you've ever seen Smile 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hi. What's your name?
Oh, hell no!
So turning yourself in just so you could gloat doesn't sit well with me, especially when you got nothing to lose. So in essence, are there some inconsistencies with the story? Yes. But does that mean that Captain America Brave New World is not worth watching?
Absolutely not.
But maybe you could wait for this movie to drop on streaming. Plus, I'm just not a very big fan of happily ever afters all the time. But this is a Captain America movie after all, so what more can we expect?
You want me? Come and get me!
Now, if you want to hear a more in-depth conversation about Captain America Brave New World, check out the Why I'm Geek Show here on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. But to bring things back full circle, after leaving the theater, I can't fake, bro. I was leaning more towards giving Captain America Brave New World an 8 out of 10 G file score. But the more I thought about it, and after having a long conversation with the homie Chrissy Light on the Why I'm Geek Show, I concluded that Captain America Brave New World is more close to a 7 out of 10 G file score. Not a huge difference, but I can't outright say that this joint was just a good movie or it was a bad one, so that's why I really said this joint was mid. Don't get me wrong, they did some dope things in this movie, like finally addressing the elephant in the room, aka the giant celestial poking out the middle of the ocean.
Finally!
Also sharing the official discovery of adamantium with the general public. And of course, Sam Wilson's character development as Cap. So like with most movies, there are just as many good aspects as bad, such as exploring the duality of what it means to be Black and Captain America, trying to make the right decisions, being careful who you align yourself with, while also trying to be for the people and uphold the mantle.
Am I scared? Nah. I'm scared.
It's a lot to get across in one movie, but I think Anthony Mackie is killing it. And there was one part of the movie that really made that clear. It also contained my favorite cameo in the movie, which was the conversation that Sam had with Bucky Barnes. Because not only did he reaffirm to Sam why Steve chose him in the first place, but also dropped a crazy bar expressing how Sam has changed what being Captain America means for the betterment of society. Because see, during Steve's time as Cap, it was a symbol that inspired hope. But now, not only does it represent hope for a better world, but it's also something that people can aspire to. Because at the end of the day, Sam Wilson is just a guy, but he's our Captain America. But that's all I have for Captain America Brave New World. If you enjoyed this review, here's another one that we think you would like. But before you go, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another one of my weekly reviews. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.